Okay, welcome back. Last lesson we looked at our introductory to DNA. We found out that it stood for deoxyribonucleic acid and that it's found in cells, and we looked very simply at the structure of DNA as being a twisted ladder or a double helix. What we're going to look at today is a little bit more of this structure of the double helix. We're going to zoom in on it. And if you actually zoomed in on the section of the DNA, what you'll find is that the backbone of that ladder, that twisted ladder, is made up of two parts. There is a phosphate group, and then there is a sugar group, and off the sugar group comes a base. And the thing about this DNA is that it keeps repeating. There will be another phosphate group, another sugar group, and then another base. And it would continue, phosphate, sugar, and then a base. Now that's only one half of the DNA. We know that it's actually a ladder, so down the other side, there would be exactly the same. There would actually be, now my words are in the way here, but there would be a phosphate, a sugar, and then a base coming off that. Okay, and you would repeat it down this side. Phosphate, sugar, and a base. And that structure keeps on repeating with those three parts to it each time. Now, when we say base, there are actually four types of bases. And we simply put them down as A, T, C, and G. What they actually stand for are four different chemicals: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. Now you'll notice that I put the A and the T together and C and the G together. These are called complementary base pairs. And what that means is that they can only pair with each other. A can only pair with T, and C can only pair with G. Okay, that's what we mean by complementary base pairs. So we know so far that DNA is a double helix shape, and when we zoom in on that double helix shape, we know that the sides of the ladder are made up of sugar and phosphates, and that the rungs of the ladder are made up of bases, and that those bases, there are four different types that pair up. That's more on the structure of DNA. Next we will look at whether it's an atom or a molecule. Now, what we've got to remember, an atom is a singular particle, such as a hydrogen atom, an oxygen atom, a carbon atom, or a nitrogen atom. Whereas a molecule is when we actually join these atoms together. So they are bonded atoms. Now, our DNA structure over here is made up of a whole bunch of hydrogens, oxygens, carbons, and nitrogens all bonded together, which means that it is a molecule. It's a very, very large molecule made up of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of atoms joined together. So DNA, with its phosphate sugar base structure, which is called a nucleotide, is a large molecule. Next lesson we're going to have a look at the function of DNA and how DNA will actually instruct to create different types of cells.